as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Get to Pittsburgh. I got you, boy.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now it's Carson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Jalen Richard. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Reset. 20. Check. Watch 54.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
You got tight right there.
Now it's Hines. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Hines. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try to run with Hines. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's Hines on the toss play. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. This complete to Lockett. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a 1st down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Malik Jackson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Watson. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, Oh, what a catch at the 10. 12 yards there and a first down. On first down, Watson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Seahawks, nothing.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
And he into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the move to his left. Wide open receiver, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress as well. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. To try again after the sack. Watson, and he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. It'll be a gain of 4 here, and it will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Oh, I think the Seahawks got it. They did. It's Seattle football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Second and 9 now. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
On first down, it's Hines. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From midfield now on second down. Watson, and complete to Zach Ertz. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. Watson on first down. This is caught by Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep for Moore. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Watson now to throw. Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Levante David in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Dustin Hopkins. Set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Seahawks.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Garoppolo on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. It's caught. Lock it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Garoppolo, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. On 2nd and 10, Garoppolo, his throw incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Darryl Worley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll roll him out right. Caught by the tight end Ertz. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 on the Seahawks 47-yard line.
Now a give right side. Hines, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the 50, it's Watson. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Right there.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Steps away. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And he connects with Ertz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Room here to run. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
The extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Throwing now, Watson sliding out of the pocket. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. They run with Hines. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one and another first down. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Is that a little sweet justice for Super Bowl 49 right there?
You know nothing can ever erase the total sting, but that has to feel good, right? To flip it around, be on their own 1-yard line defending, and come up with the interception.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was going right back to Cooper Kupp, and it's second down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. One final try now for Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.